Welcome everyone. Let's activate your potential, and that is today's time. Let's pick a card. Today we have 3 options. Option 1 on the left, option 2 in the middle, and option 3 on the right hand side. Take a deep breath with me. And exhale. Timestamps are in the description box. If you need more time to choose, you can pause the video now. See you there. Welcome everyone who chose this beautiful little bouquet of flowers. This is going to be your reading about activating your potential. All right. So let's see what your potential is and how we can activate that potential for you. What you need to know. We all have a potential inside us, and we sometimes feel blocked or unable to move forward. So let's try and understand how you can better activate. Oh, okay. Chiron, healing. There's definitely something blocking you that needs healing right now. Part of your potential is geared toward healing, but for some reason I'm seeing the wounded healer with Chiron here. So it's like, I don't know if you watched the series, the show Dr. House. That could be significant. That is the epitome of the wounded healer. But healing powers. So you do have healing powers, but there's some self-doubt you need to release here. There could be some inherited issues, some generational trauma, some ancestral karma, some forgiveness here, some cleansing that's needed. It could be that your potential is tied to personal development. So healing powers and personal development, healing. There could be a potential here for you to be a healer, such as a doctor or an energy healer or coach, psychologist, even probably a mediator. But there's a sense that you need to heal something that is blocking you right now. All right, let's get some more clues into your potential. Eighth house. There could be an inheritance here. Something you've inherited generational from other generations, from your ancestry. There also could be something to do here with an inheritance that is your birthright. Not your birthright, but you're entitled to some kind of inheritance here. Now, it could be also that there's a potential here for you to be a part of a business partnership or invest in some way or be connected to investments. It could be here that you have a potential to be a healer when it comes to sexuality. You could have psychic gifts that are very healing as well. Now I want to grab another deck that I just need to interrupt the recording so I can grab this other deck because I think it's important and I didn't bring it to the table, so I'm just going to go grab that. All right, I have it with me. Let me just make sure my chair is in the right place. All right, here we go. There's something that has been in your subconscious that needs to be released from your subconscious to be made conscious. It could be tied to a secret or a sensitivity that you have, or some form of shame here. But once you unlock that, it's like you're unlocking superpowers. And these superpowers here are connected to healing, connected to your own sexuality, connected to intimacy even, and connected to the ability to invest wisely and profitably. And probably even be connected to a business partnership here. The number 8 could be significant. Scorpio could be in your Sun, Moon, Rising, Venus, Mars, or Mercury. Obsessions. If you're prone to obsessions, just know that this is fear-based. And obsessing over something could be locking your potential to be able to focus on what you need to be doing. And this obsession is coming from the fact that you're afraid of something, you're fearful of something. It could be that fears were passed on to you from the generation before you. And this could be passed on ancestrally. It could be a fear connected to sexuality or even investing. There could be a poverty mindset or a lack mindset going on here that is having you hold on to something obsessively. It could be financially, and it could be pouring into other areas of your life such as intimacy, sexuality, personal development. So there's a general feeling of feeling stuck here, your personal development being stuck, your ability to unlock this potential due to obsessively thinking of something that was passed on to you generationally in terms of fears that are now affecting your ability to invest, take some calculated risks with your money, even to invest emotionally when it comes to being open and vulnerable intimately. Emotional intimacy and sexual intimacy. It could be that your sexual potential is locked right now due to fears and a lack mindset as well. All right. It could be blocking your ability to establish stable prosperity in your life. All right, let's see. What is your potential and artist? Okay, so you may have a potential, a very strong potential to become an artist of sorts. But if you don't feel that resonates, it could be that just engaging in artistic activities could be beneficial to unlocking these fears, unlocking these blocks in this obsession. It could help redirect your mind into something else more creative so that you can let go of the fears and focus on something more positive, something that you can create rather than keep stuck. So whether you have a potential to become an artist or to develop as an artist, engaging in artistic activities, even if it's just to take your mind off things, would be beneficial to your career and unlocking your potential on the career front, whether you have a business partnership, investments, whether you work as a healer, whether you work in personal development, psychology, counseling, coaching, or something related to sexual life, okay? Wow, I'm having to pause this video so many times today, and now I just had to sneeze. It's like there's all these things that are interrupting you right now, and I'm seeing something to do with allergies as well, getting your allergies under control or getting some stress-related health issues under control, because that could be an issue right now. that could be interfering, could be at the same time stemming from fears. But if you're experiencing a lot of pauses and interruptions, it's because you're ignoring the signs to take care of your health, physical health, emotional health, mental health, and also keep those fears under control. There's a need for healing in general. Partaking in artistic activities right now would be good to take your mind off things. It would be one first step to healing. What else? Okay, and we have the corn, the number 10. Look, you really have a potential to unlock a harvest here. There's a harvest in your energy. There's, with the 10 there, the 10 to me, I'm seeing this next to the corn, I'm seeing the 10 of Pentacles. So you're meant to, here's your potential. You're meant to be wealthy. You're meant to be wealthy. You're meant to be abundant. You're meant to live out your dreams through your hard work. But if you're stopping yourself from working toward these dreams because of your fears, you're stunting your progress toward this wealth. This wealth could be tied to anything connected to the healing arts, personal development, coaching, mentoring, psychology, counseling, your own therapy even, but investments, a business partnership, or even an art that you consider yourself to be a part of. That could, all these things, whatever you're involved in, out of these things that I mentioned, or if you're considering this, is connected to the potential wealth that is, but it's like you're trying to take shortcuts, or you're trying to ignore the fears that are there. You're trying to ignore what you need to release. You're trying to ignore your doubts. You're trying to ignore the fact that there's these fears blocking you, and that's what you need to work through right now. And as you ignore this, you are making it, even though you may think that you're going faster, you're actually delaying this blessing, this abundance, this prosperity, this stable prosperity that is wanting to come through for you. That is your true potential. That is your true potential. Courage. Yeah, you could be lacking the courage due to fears that are holding you back here. The number 30 could be significant, as well as the number 3. You know, that lack of courage right now is what's blocking your progress. And the lack of courage is stemming from all those fears that you need to work through. So let's see if we can get some clues of how you can unlock these fears. Let's get some clues on how you can unlock these fears, this obsession, this connection to a lack mindset, your self-doubt. Because it's affecting your ability to attract abundance and prosperity. It's holding you back. Whatever you're obsessing over is blocking your ability to take courageous action here right now. And to make positive forward, progressive movement forward. So, you're lacking in self-confidence due to these fears. How can you unlock these fears right now? Wishing well. The number 48 could be relevant, as well as the number 12 and the number 3. Make a wish. But again, I don't think it's that simple. I think you may have made this wish already, or maybe you don't even dare to make this wish. Maybe you think it's not even possible, so you don't even start by wishing anything, because you just, whatever you were taught, whatever you learned, made you believe that it's not even possible, so you don't even wish for it. You know, also wishing for something, if you are wishing, it means you don't have it. So it could be that you're manifesting wrong. So if you're wishing for something, it means you don't have it. And if you're putting out that energy that you don't have something to the universe is going to agree with you and say, yeah, you don't have this. And that's it. So just wishing is not enough. It's like more like placing yourself in the energy of knowing, like, this is mine. It's with me now. Even if you don't see it physically just yet, you have to create that energy in the ethereal, in the unseen, before it can materialize. Everything that materializes into dense matter, which is what the 3D material existence is, needs to first start with a thought, an idea, an intention, and an affirmation, right? The affirmation that you already have it. If you say you will have it, you're always putting it into the future, and it's not with you in the present moment. So if you want to have it in the present moment, then you have to set the intention that you already have it. Saying something like, you could be saying something, I wish I were wealthy, or I wish I had more money, right? Instead of saying this, you can say, I'm so grateful, because the energy of gratitude amplifies your manifestation. I'm so grateful that I am wealthy and able to pay for anything I want and need without having to worry about my account balance or whatever. I'm so grateful that I am in a very fulfilling, intimate, emotional partnership with someone, for example. I'm so grateful now that my investments are always growing and money is always available. I'm so grateful now that I'm healed. I'm so grateful now that I have the courage to do anything I need to do, right? So, and instead of placing your thoughts on the negativity, on what you don't have, like, I'm so afraid, or I'm fearful, I'm obsessed, I'm whatever, right? Just, if you get those words out of your vocabulary and out of your mind, basically is, I guess, what's coming through here. So it's basically reviewing your thoughts, reviewing how your belief system, what you believe is possible. So this reading is telling you that it's there for you. So whatever you were taught, it's like you're the one meant to change that for your ancestral line. You're the one meant to be the one who's finally going to have the money, who's finally going to be wealthy, or who's finally going to have the courage or be in a fulfilling, intimate connection with someone, right? Whatever is the opposite of these negative beliefs that were passed on to you generationally. So it's about that self-talk. It's what you think and what you say. And you can tell me, I'm so used to thinking this way. Yes, it takes practice. It takes 7 weeks to make a habit and to break a habit. And in this case, you would be doing both at the same time. But you really have to catch your thoughts. You have to catch your thoughts. You have to catch the things you say, monitor them closely, and change them immediately. So if a thought comes in of, oh, this is not possible, yes, it's possible. Or I'm poor, just say I'm wealthy. I don't have enough. I'm so grateful that I have more than enough, right? It's just changing. And if you catch yourself saying negative things about your life, also immediately change that. If you keep doing this day in, day out, every minute, every day, for 7 weeks, chances are after 7 weeks of doing this consistently, you're going to start doing it naturally. It's going to become a natural way of thinking for you. The sun, yes, healing is possible. Healing is here for you. And I do think, and this is telling me, not that I think, this is showing me that that is the path, that is the route that you are going to choose. Yes, you are going to choose to do differently, because doing the same thing, expecting different results, is the definition of insanity. And you no longer want to feel insane. You want to finally start seeing things change. And because of that, I think you are going to give yourself this opportunity, this new beginning, and birthing a new way of thinking for yourself. And from that moment on, all you're going to see is growth and healing and warmth and and joy, really, and it stems from joy. And the sun here is representing your solar plexus chakra with the yellow. It's representing your self-confidence, your determination, connected to your self-assurance. And I do see that strengthening for you, because I do see you making that decision. I'm seeing lotus flowers here. So the lotus flower represents the fact that something can grow and be beautiful in murky circumstances, in murky conditions, such as the lotus flower in very, very stale lakes, right? With lots of bacteria, etc. So it's like, yes, conditions haven't been favorable, especially what has been passed on to you in terms of a belief system, but you can still thrive. You can still choose what to do with it rather than fall victim to what you've learned. You can teach yourself differently. You can learn differently. There's so much information out there now. This very pick a card can bring you the information you need as to how to change this around. You're the one in your family meant to do this. And once you do that, you're going to be healing generations before you even, and the ones to come. It's like you are the turning point. You're the game changer. You are the one turning this around. Ace of Pentacles, absolutely. The seed of something very prosperous, long-lasting, healthy in the physical world. So it starts with a thought that then turns into a thing, right? Into a new beginning, one that is more aligned with the stable prosperity that you're wanting, with the financial success, the physical success that you're wanting. You are the Ace of Pentacles in your ancestral line. You are the one who is going to change things around. You are the Wheel of Fortune in your ancestral line. And this whole reading is telling you that that is your potential. Now it's up to you to activate that. So are you going to? I think you are. 5 of Wands. Yes, there are a lot of challenges to overcome. And you know what? There will be a lot of jealousy. There will be a lot of people coming up against you, trying to deter you, trying to keep instilling the same beliefs that you were taught. Because, growing up that way, that's what you end up attracting, even from strangers. But I do feel that you are, the 5 is also a change. So there will be a change in your circumstances. You will overcome the obstacles and the challenges. This is something you are going to work through, and you're going to be able to overcome these challenges. The Hierophant, but you need to stick to your higher ideals. You need to know that this all starts in the higher realms. The change, so the number 5 again, starts in the higher realms. You could have some Taurus in your chart, Sun, Moon, Rising, Venus, Mars, and Mercury, and this could be blocking your ability to believe in how, energy works, or energy can really change things, but it really can. But you need to stick to the notion that it all starts in the higher realms. And where are you connected to through to the higher realms? Your crown chakra. So it's very close. It's in your brain, basically. Your brain is the connector to the higher realms. That's where you open up for downloads from the higher realms. That is where you change everything that happens in your physical reality with that thought, okay? With that thought. Let's get one more. But you need to persevere. You need consistency, and above all else, belief. Believing in what you're doing. Believing in the fact that you can change things. It's really only up to you right now. Yeah, just breathe. Yeah, I was feeling the need to breathe here. We have the 4 of Swords. Give yourself a break, relax. And again, this goes back to the mind. It's all in your mind and what you're thinking. Relax your mind. There could be a lot of overthinking there, a lot of obsessing, and it's time to just breathe, do some breath work, just so you can calm your mind so that you can start to see clearly. And little by little, day by day, minute by minute, week by week, do that work to change your thoughts. And as you change these thoughts, you're changing your entire belief system after 7 weeks, okay? Guys, let me know how it goes. Come back and comment later. Comment now if this resonates with you, of course. It was a pleasure to read for everyone. Thank you so much for liking, commenting, sharing, and subscribing. It helps the channel. It helps me bring you more. It was a pleasure to read for everyone. Have a beautiful day. See you in the next one, and bye for now. Welcome, everyone who chose this white little bouquet of flowers. This is going to be your reading about activating your potential. Let's activate that potential. Could be that you know what your potential is, or maybe you don't, but we need to see exactly how you can unlock and unblock this potential if it's locked and blocked. The Vision Quest. Okay, the number 60 could be relevant to you as well as the number 6. With the number 6 there, the first thing I'm going to tell you guys right off the bat is that you are meant for love and prosperity, because that is the number of Venus, Taurus, and Libra could be in your chart, Sun, Moon, Rising, Venus, Mars, and Mercury. And you have a vision here, and that's the seed of your potential. It's your vision, and your vision that involves love and prosperity. You're a strong clairvoyant. You have strong abilities to see with your mind's eye. And there's a fear here that is blocking this vision, or blocking your ability to activate and take action toward your vision. And it's a fear. And in your case, how you're going to unlock this fear, which was very different from option 1, where there were also fears, but here the difference is how you tackle this fear. So it's really facing your fears. You know, the things that you fear doing. I'm not saying things that are extremely dangerous. Okay, I'm not saying that, but those things that are considered normal things that other people do, that you have these little fears with, the way you overcome these fears is by doing it. Fear of rejection, fear of judgment, fear of what people will say, that kind of thing is what I'm getting here. Because if you're stopping yourself due to all these things, these little fears, then you're keeping that vision stunted, that potential blocked right now, and you feel stagnant. It could be that you have a very shrewd or very, very heightened idea of your flaws, and you put too much emphasis on that, and you're blocking something that would be a gift to others, to humanity, to society, to the world, to the universe, because of flaws. And everyone has flaws. And imagine if everyone stopped doing what they're here to do because of these flaws, right? So that is the key here. That is the key to open this new door that's waiting to be open. You're meant to start a new chapter in your life, but it's like, I just heard, get off the couch, get away from your desk, go outside, else ask someone to help you, set that intention to start taking those little steps. Even if you think that you're going to hit like a block on the road, that's fine. You will find a way of overcoming it. But you can't not take the steps in fear of the challenges and the obstacles that may come your way. Those exist first and foremost in everything we do. You're going to have them regardless. And other things, even if you don't move forward with your vision, you will be moving forward with other people's visions, and you will still have these challenges and these obstacles. You might as well do it for your own vision, right? That's what I'm getting here very, very strongly. You have a clear guidance as to what to do. It's almost like you know already what the potential is. But if you don't do it, you're too stuck in a few comforts here. There's a comfort zone, definitely. or there's a way of doing things that your family always did things, and you were taught this, and you have a few troubles moving out of that because what you're doing is very different from what everyone else before you and your family has done. Whatever your potential is could be tied to real estate or motherhood, babies. It could be tied to a home business. It could be tied to cooking, chef, that kind of thing, catering, furniture, interior decoration. It could have something to do with self-care, rejuvenation habits, that kind of thing. It could be linen, bedding, beds, okay? The number 4, it's going to take a lot of discipline for you to take these steps and to tell yourself that it's okay to do this for yourself. It's okay to do things differently from what everyone else in your lineage has done, right? Just because they've done something else doesn't mean you have to keep doing what your family has always done. You can branch out if you want. You're allowed to, and it's like you're meant to as well. Unless you're meant to continue something your family started, which is fine, but you're meant to do it differently. You have a vision for this that is different. You could have some Cancerian energy in your chart, Sun, Moon, Rising, Venus, Mars, or Mercury. But there's a comfort zone that you need to move past. A fear that things may get a little bit uncomfortable. Life is already uncomfortable, whatever you do, even if you do stay comfortable. Even comfort zones grow to be uncomfortable eventually. Protected. Yes, you are protected on this path. There's no need to worry. Don't fear. You are safe and supported while you change your career. So there needs to be changes here. And what you need to know is that you are supported through these changes. All right? Patience. And be patient with the process. Don't try to rush. Be patient through these changes. With the number 23, we have changes again. 2 plus 3 is a 5. So that's change. Be patient with yourself through the changes. Changes don't happen overnight, okay? They take time, and that's okay. But you're going from the 4 to the 5, and it's time so that you can get to the 6, right? To that prosperity, that love, and that abundance. But you need to be patient with yourself, and don't expect things to just change very quickly. And don't give up if they don't change quickly, okay? That's another thing I'm hearing here. Don't give up if they don't change quickly. It says magical map shifter and golden palace. The number 23 again. So we have repeated numbers 23, 23, which is 5, 5, 50, 52, which is a 7. It's about your spiritual path here. It could be that you have very comfortable circumstances in terms of quote-unquote golden cage. But if that is not the case, you are meant to own a very, very nice house. But if you do live in very good circumstances, don't let the fear of, letting go of a few comforts or being a little bit uncomfortable stop you from magically shape-shifting or map-shifting your entire life in a very positive direction. You've come full circle in what has been a chapter in your life now, and you're meant to start a new one based on this vision that would lead you to much better circumstances. Even if you are very comfortable now, it's like you're being led into a situation where it's more than comfortable. You are very secure and stable. It's a step above is what I'm seeing here. And it would be a shame if you don't do this because of fears of, going through a very temporary discomfort right now. All right, I'm going to just interrupt this reading a little bit so I can charge the camera and take a little break, and I'll be back. All right, so your ability to set this vision in motion will be a lot more successful than you even can fathom right now. So what else can you do to unlock this potential? What else can you do to activate your potential here? Let's look at some solutions. Interesting. You could have a message in option 1 because you got the exact same card that came out from this deck here. And it's the Sun. What can you do to activate this potential? Well, first of all, what I'm getting with this is get some sun, get some vitamin D. You could be lacking in vitamin D right now. Could be that you even need some supplements. Go get yourself tested, check that to see. Spending time near a lake as well, or a body of water. There's something here about the sun being connected to your solar plexus chakra here that's going to give you the strength and the resolve and the confidence that you need here to trust that you are safe, you are supported. You need to make these changes, and you have to have the courage to make these changes, and it will be worth it. It would be a shame to waste this potential right now. So some changes you can start making are, for example, getting more sun, getting tested to see if you need vitamin D, changing little habits, making new routines in your life that involve spending time in nature. There could be a lack of magnesium here as well. How can you activate your potential? What can you do to activate this potential right now? What can you do to activate this potential? Warm up. You may be cold, and when we're cold, we tend to be more fearful, or we tend to, being a little bit cold can help you fall asleep. So it could be that you feel a little bit dormant, a little bit sleepy, lacking in energy, and it's all because you could be cold and you need to warm up. Through physical exercise as well. Five of Wands. Seems like you're very stuck on thinking about what your challenges are. And yes, you are experiencing challenges, but challenges are there. They're meant to be overcome. You're meant to change your circumstances by tackling these challenges one by one. And understanding that challenges and obstacles are a natural part of any life, any process, and they're always going to be there regardless. Three of Cups. Spend time with friends, talk to friends, collaborate with other people, socialize. Don't lock yourself and isolate yourself too much and for too long. Four of Cups. Don't focus on the things that you don't have, but focus on what you can change and what you can have. If only you make these little shifts in your life. Because right now you seem to be very much stuck in the things that you don't have. So it's almost saying focus on your strengths and don't focus on your flaws so much. We all have flaws, but the difference is when we focus on our strengths, we shift our mindset into something more positive, and that's what gives us forward momentum. If you tend to shy away from socializing, do it in baby steps. You don't have to go full-blown everyday socializing. That's not what I'm saying, but if there's a lack of a balance here in terms of the time you're spending alone and the time you're isolating versus the time you're socializing, it may be time for you to start socializing a little bit more. Even if it's just little by little with very, very small steps, whatever that means for you. whether it's accepting invitations, striking up a conversation. Spread your wings. This is the Two of Wands. Make a plan. Make a plan and stick to your plan. If you find it daunting to change little routines, to take little baby steps, it all needs to start with a plan. You need to have a plan in place so that you can follow that plan. It will make it easier for you. Make a plan for the future, and in that plan include all the steps you need to take from day one, starting right now. Even if starting, the first step is making the plan. That's a first action step that you can take right now. Seek the truth. Seven of Swords. Stop self-sabotaging. Stop thinking of all the things that can go wrong. The truth is that you have a lot more ability to make this happen than you think, but you've been tricking yourself into thinking that this has to happen a certain way, or this has to happen a lot faster than it actually has to. Just be patient. Things take time, and understand that just because they're not happening right now, it doesn't mean that they won't happen. Okay? But it does take those little steps. It takes a plan, and it takes following that plan here. Okay? So that was your reading, guys. I hope this brought you the clarity that you seek. It was a pleasure to read for all of you. Let me know how this resonated for you in the comments section. If it did not, choose another option. Thank you so much for liking, commenting, sharing, and subscribing. It helps the channel. It helps me bring you more. And I'll see you in the next one. Have a beautiful day. Bye for now. Welcome everyone who chose this beautiful bouquet of flowers. Let's activate your potential. But before we activate your potential, let's see what the energy is, what your potential is, and what's going on, to see what's blocking you, what's challenging you, how you can move past these obstacles and these challenges. Let's activate your potential. Hopefully by the end of this reading, you will have more clarity, more answers, more of a clear direction, more clarity. Okay, how will you activate your potential? What is the first message coming out? The Holy Mountain. Okay. The number 25 could be relevant, as well as the number 7. So activating your potential is very much tied to a spiritual path here. It's a very spiritual kind of journey for you right now. And what I'm seeing with the mountain here, first and foremost, is that instead of looking at the baby steps and breaking it into steps, you're looking at the bigger thing as something daunting, and it almost scares you, the magnitude of what you're trying to unlock here and activate. It's like it's enormous potential that you have, but because it's so great, it's almost like you're looking at the enormity of it instead of looking at, first and foremost, looking at the spiritual support that you already have. God is with you, right? And your potential is holy. So there's something very holy about what your potential that is meant to be activated is. And so you have God's support. You already have that. It's not something that you need to work for. It's there. The support is there already. But it's such you have such great potential that you're almost scared of it, or scared that you won't be able to get there, because it's so great. It's huge. And because it's so great, you, instead of looking at those little steps and, you know, one step at a time, you're just wanting to get up there, and it seems impossible. That's what I'm seeing here. It seems impossible. But it's not. It just takes very small steps. Bigger steps, smaller steps, doesn't matter. What matters is that you do take steps, one step a day, even if it's a small step, as signing a piece of paper, reading something, researching something, talking to someone, getting on the phone, sending an email, right? These are small steps. But if you don't start, you're not going to get to the top of the mountain if you keep worrying about the magnitude of whatever this is. Whatever your potential is, it is enormous, ascendant, and you're meant to ascend that mountain. You're meant to get up there. Now look, one of the first steps to activating your potential could very well lie in your very wardrobe and what you're wearing, okay? The colors that you're wearing. Are these colors helping you? Are they not? Are you aware of what your seasonal color palette is? Because the colors we use, being the right ones for us, the ones that carry the right vibration, the ones that you need, which are probably warm colors, or even if they're cool colors, they need to be strong, vibrant ones, because that's what's going to help you. So there could be, you could need to look into your wardrobe right now. Could be the first step that you need to take on this ascent. Also, do you know what a mission statement is? Whatever your potential is, write down the mission statement for this potential. If you don't know what a mission statement is, go research mission statement. And if you do know, start working on that mission statement. What is your mission statement with this potential? Write it down, and that's going to be one of the first steps, along with your wardrobe. I don't know exactly why, but it's a mission statement and a wardrobe, okay? Ask yourself, what role do you want to play in the world? How do you want to affect people? How do you express yourself? How do you want to express yourself? What mark do you want to leave on the world? What is your attitude? Do you need to change your attitude? What is your body image like? What is your approach? What first impressions are you making? What is your point of view? How do you look to the outside, right? These are all things that you need to ask yourself, work on, research, and start taking small action steps toward. So we already have one clue of what activating this potential is. Let's get some more. What is your potential? And that is the key. So this is where you begin. Speakers. Some of you are meant to be speakers, and that would make a lot of sense where you would need to get into the right. All right. Is your expression, the way you express yourself, aligned with the magnitude of your potential? If not, how can you change that? How can you start aligning with the magnitude of your potential in small things, such as the way you present yourself outwardly, such as writing it down, writing down the steps. Okay, yoga. Your life is enhanced by yoga, stretching, and exercising. So if you don't identify with yoga, it could be the stretching, it could be the exercising. But again, there's emphasis here on your body. So it may be that you need to align with more physical exercise or a different kind of physical exercise. It could be that you need to stretch your body because your fascia could be blocked. And when our fascia is blocked, then it also means that the energy, the Shui, is blocked from moving within us so we can move outwardly. What happens when our fascia is blocked, it means that everything is crystallized and unable to move. So when you stretch, you break the little crystals so that the fluid can move again. Dreams. Yeah, you have dreams. You have big dreams. but you could be sleeping on them. You could be stuck in dreaming alone, and you need to do a little bit more than just dreaming. It's time to start writing down those dreams and writing down the action steps to actually make progress with those dreams. With the number 3 there, you're meant to make progress with these dreams. They're not just meant to stay in the dream realm. They're meant to be put into action. They're meant to be activated. You're meant to be activating your dreams right now. Commitment. And yes, commit to your dreams. Commit to taking action toward them. Commit to making the changes, to taking the action steps, the baby steps to getting there. Closing a cycle of procrastination, closing a cycle of fear, closing a cycle of stagnation. With the number 36 there, that could be a relevant number for you. And the number 9 is time to close the cycle of procrastination and start the cycle of activation by committing to your dreams, by committing to physical exercise, by committing to writing down a mission statement and committing to carrying out this mission statement connected to this great potential that is there for you right now. How can you activate your potential? How can you activate your potential? I'm getting a restlessness from you. You're getting restless. You're growing restless when it comes to this. The thinking woman, yeah, there's a lot of overthinking. There's a lot of restlessness in the mind, but not enough action. You're overthinking things. It's time to start taking action. You know, the antidote to overthinking is taking small action steps. The number 47 and the number 11 could be relevant for you. You could have strong Gemini, Libra, or Aquarius in your Sun, Moon, Rising, Venus, Mars, or Mercury. And too much thinking could actually be stopping you. It's time to start taking action, okay? That's how you're going to activate this potential, is putting all your dreams and thoughts into action, finally. It's time. No more procrastinating. 5 of Pentacles. You're keeping yourself small because you're afraid of the magnitude. You're afraid that you don't have what it takes or you don't have enough. Lack mindset. 2 of Wands. It's time to make a plan for the future, a plan, an action plan, okay? Step 1, step 2, step 1, wardrobe, step 2, mission statement, step 3, committing, right? Step 4, exercising. 9 of Cups. You're meant to live out your wish fulfillment. You're meant to have your dreams come true right now. And that is how to get there. It's a very, it looks daunting, but it's a lot simpler than you're making it out to be. You're thinking about it way too much. You're thinking about it way too much. It's like you've already given this the thought that you need to give it. If this is your cue to stop thinking, this is your confirmation that it's time to start taking action. A passionate new beginning, an exciting new beginning is here for you. There will be challenging times. 5 of Wands came out for everyone, but that is expected. That is life. Choose your challenges, though. Where are your challenges leading you is the question. Challenges you're going to have anyway. Might as well have the ones that would lead you to activating your potential, committing to that, and actually living out your dreams. Wow, so I'm getting a lot of interruptions here because of a lack of battery on my camera. So you could be feeling depleted, just like the battery on my camera. You may be needing rest, vitamins, nutrition, sleep, and filling yourself up with nourishment right now, okay, because you're depleted, and that could be the key here, and that could be the bigger challenge here. So rest up and make sure that you are well nourished as well, so you can carry this through. Okay, before the battery goes again, it was a pleasure to read for everyone. Have a beautiful day. See you in the next one. Bye for now.